Amy, let me tell you about a magical place that is so exactly designed to be enclosed space, year-round fun for the whole family that I bet you already know what I'm going to say before I even say the name. Let's say it together on three. 1, 2, 3. Great Wolf Lodge. You got it, Amy.
My kids loved Great Wolf Lodge when we went. You probably already know that it has a huge indoor water park with a wave pool, lazy river, a bunch of massive water slides. But then your pack can hit the other attractions because wait, there's more.
Great Wolf Lodge has adventure-packed attractions like Magi Quest, a live-action game kids can play throughout the lodge, plus the Northern Lights Arcade. Spent some quality time there, so your kid who loves the lazy river and your kid who loves fantasy games will both have a great time.
Great Wolf Lodge also offers great dining options and complimentary daily events like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. Unpack the car once and you're settled in to have fun. And with 22 lodges across the country, you're always a short drive away from adventure.
We've both had such great times at Great Wolf Lodge, so bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack. Welcome to Ask Margaret from What Fresh Hell, laughing in the face of motherhood, answering your parenting dilemmas one question at a time. Today's question comes from Joanne, who says, Margaret, I would love to hear your opinion on how much emphasis we should be placing on online school right now. Part of me feels like this is a lost year, but I am not totally freaking out because it's lost for the world, not just my kids. I want to be those people who are talking about how their families are reading more together, baking and playing board games. But because we have so much schoolwork to do, those opportunities are being lost for us. How are you finding balance? Joanne, I really like this question. And I'm going to start by saying I think this is really different depending on what age your kids are. Amy has 2 boys in high school, and I know that they are like homeschool-orama. Like they are basically buckling down. They have 8 hours of work to do every day that is being streamed somehow through the internet to their eyeballs from the school. I think they're actually like sitting and participating in online classes that are going on. I mean, they're pretty deep in it, and it's taking a lot of their time. My kids are 11, 9, and 7, and certainly my 6th grader is getting a close to full day's schoolwork sent home, as is kind of my 4th grader and then not really my 2nd grader. So this is how we've set it up at our house. And, you know, I'm flying as blind as you guys, so take this with a grain of salt, but this is what's working for us. We have decided that every morning is sleep in and watch screens in the morning like we do on a weekend. And that goes until 9 o'clock. So sometimes that's 2 hours of screens if they get up at 7. And then at some point we pause and eat breakfast, and we do make them turn off screens for breakfast after they had started like bringing their gaming devices into the table. I was like, all right, I have to have some rules. No. Then 9 to 11, we do homeschool. And then 11 to 1, we break for recess and lunch. And recess is screen free. So we used to allow screens, and then it was like, we found that there was a lot of complaining about like, when are we going to get our screens? When are they? Blah, blah. So we cut screens out at recess because it was too distracting. And then 1 to 3, we're back to school. And so for my 6th grader, he gets about 4 to 5 assignments a day. And basically we allocate a half an hour for each. And so that basically eats up those 2 blocks of time. And then sometimes at night, he'll practice his instrument or do other things like that. For my 4th grader, pretty much the same thing. I mean, he has 4 or 5 assignments and maybe they take 20 minutes at a time, but he loves to fool around and like do somersaults in between everything he does. So that's easily 4 hours of his time. And then for my 2nd grader, she gets maybe 15 minutes 4 times, and then she luckily is my most independent, and so I can kind of send her up to her room for like quiet time, and she's kind of supposed to be doing math problems, and usually when I go up, she's like rolling around the floor with a doll, but I'm like, it's 2nd grade, I really don't care. My 2nd and 4th grader, I have them both reading the same book, so one of those half an hour slots is me reading them a story while the 6th grader is upstairs working, or working with his dad on math, because it turns out, guys, that I cannot do 6th grade math. Shocker. And so that's basically how we're structuring our day. What I will say about homeschool is this. Everyone is going to lose these couple of months of school. And so Possibly if you have a 10th or 11th grader and the school is being super strict and grading them and this is going to count towards their final grade, you may have to dial into that. I think with younger kids, you can do what works best for you. If I only had a second grader, we would not be doing a lot of the work that is being sent home. We would be baking, we would be reading, we would be playing games that involve some sort of math. We would be playing, dice games where you have to add up the totals, and then that's what I would count as homeschool. For my 6th grader, he's reading the school book. He's answering the questions that are sent home. He's staying a little closer to the line because 6th grade, and also I think the structure and the discipline is really good. So my overall take is that's what's working for us. If you have really little kids, I think that any activity is completely fine. And if you have to work and they have to sit in front of the iPad, that's totally fine too. My overall takeaway from this point is I agree with all the memes online that are what your kids are not going to remember is that you taught them algebra correctly. Your kids are going to remember how this felt for them, how safe and fun and, getting through it all together your house felt. And so I would say take homeschooling or leave it. Do what works for you. If it's important to your kids that they stay up to date, help them do that. But how seriously do I take it? As seriously as it helps you structure the day and works for you. Obviously, a longer conversation. People are in really different situations, but that's a quick glimpse of what's working at my house. Joanna, I hope that helped. And for the rest of you, if you have questions that you would like to hear myself or Amy answer, please send them to us at questions@whatfreshhellpodcast.com. Thanks, guys, and be well.
This is a Monday.com ad. The same Monday.com designed for every team. The same Monday.com with built-in AI, scaling your work from day one. The same Monday.com with an easy and intuitive setup. Go to Monday.com and try it for free.